Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of geography, and today's topic is Europe. In this lesson we will read about the Europe, its location, its boundaries, its political divisions, its countries and capitals, major physical features, location, and the case study of tourism in Switzerland. Now let's start with the lesson. Europe is the sixth largest continent in the world. Only Australia is smaller than Europe in area. Europe is actually located in the western part of Eurasia. Now what is Eurasia? Eurasia is one of the largest continents which include the countries of Europe and Asia. It supports a high density of population, second only to the Asia. It has an indented coastline which is several places extend into the land. Many of the Asian countries are also located in European countries. In Europe there are many peninsula. Yes, in Europe there are many peninsulas which are surrounded by water on the three sides. The coastal areas have many natural harbors which encourage the European to seafaring. Thus the Europeans have discovered and colonized region in the almost every part of the world. See the map of Europe. It is the Europe, and it has been said that it is surrounded by water in the three sides. That is why it is surrounded by the water in the three sides. So it developed and discovered lots of country, and they made the colony easily over there through the navigation. The location and the extent. What is the location of Europe? Europe is completely located in the northern hemisphere. It is located in the northern hemisphere, and it extends from 36 degree north to 71 degree north to latitude, and 10 degree west to 60 degree west east in its longitudes. And the major part of the continent is situated in the north temperate zone. So it is located in the northern hemisphere, and it extends about 36 degree north to 71 degree north to the latitude, and 10 degree west to 60 degree east in the longitudes, and its major part of the continent is situated in the north temperate zone. Europe is popularly known as the peninsula of peninsulas, as it is surrounded by water bodies of all the three sides, that is the north, west and south. Europe is surrounded by the Arctic Ocean. It is surrounded by the Arctic Oceans in the north, the Atlantic Ocean in the west, and the Mediterranean Sea in the south. It is an European Sea, Europe. What it is said that it is surrounded by the Arctic Ocean. It's an Arctic Ocean is here, then in the north, and Atlantic Ocean in the west. It is Atlantic Ocean in the west, it is Arctic Ocean in the north, and towards the east it is Mediterranean. It is Mediterranean here, Mediterranean Sea towards the east. So it is surrounded by these three water bodies. Now see, this is the map of the Europe, where you will see that countries are there: Poland, Belarus, Sweden, Norway, Russia, Spain. These all are the countries. About 48 countries are there in this Europe. Europe is separated from Africa by the Strait of Gibraltar. You can see here in this map, this is Europe and this is Africa, and this part is known as Strait of Gibraltar. Okay, now it is also surrounded by the large number of seas, gulfs and bays such as the Bay of Biscay, the North Sea, the Norwegian Sea, the Black Sea, the Aegean Sea and Adriatic Sea, the Barents Sea, the Kara Sea, etc. These are the seas which are surrounded by surrounded throughout the Europe. Now, political division. Most of the countries in Europe are small and grouped together according to their location, such as, see, the Scandinavian states, which include Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark and Ireland. These are the coldest place and it is known as an Scandinavian states. States are Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark and Iceland. Then the British Isles, United Kingdoms and Ireland. Then comes the Balkans. In the Balkans you will see Albania, Bosnia, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Macedonia, Serbia and Slovenia. Then Baltic states. In the Baltic states of the erstwhile of USSR are Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Then it comes the Benelux or Low Countries, that are Belgium, Netherlands and Luxembourg. Then comes Iberian nations like Spain, Portugal and Andorra. And the tiny nations are Liechtenstein, the Vatican City. These are the tiny. Vatican City, Malta, Luxembourg, Monaco, Andorra and San Marino. The names of these nations of the Europe and their capital cities are given there. You can see here. Albania, Andorra, Armenia, Austria, Azerbaijan, their capitals are given there. Tirana is the capital of Albania, Andorra la Vella is the capital of Andorra, and Yerevan, Armenia, Vienna, Austria. These are the 48 countries and the capitals are given there. Now we will read about the physical features of Europe. Europe has a great variation of the relief features, which is the continent of a low plain and a low mountain. The plains are low and the mountains are low, and the physical features can be broadly divided into the North-Western Highland, the North European Highland and the Central Upland and Alpine system. Now what is the North-Western Highland? North-Western Highland, these highlands is the oldest structures in the Europe and is called an Scandinavian Highland. This is the Scandinavian Highland, and these highlands are made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks. This is very important. Scandinavian Highlands are made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks, and they extend from Norway to in the west to the Finland in the east. From the Norway in the west and Finland in the east. That means the Scandinavian Highlands are made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks. First, it is the Scandinavian Highlands which are made of metamorphic rocks, and it extends from Norway in the west and Finland in the east. And towards the west, they extend into the Scotland, Wales and Ireland. Now, The northwestern highlands rise steeply from the coast, and they have the sea that is known as fjords or fords. This which are the deep valley cut by the work of glaciers. The deep inland of the sea are called fjords or fords, or they are very deep valley cut by the work of the glaciers, and some areas look like a funnel type, and these are known as estuaries. Estuaries are, and the work of the large glaciers are called large number of lakes, which are especially in the Finland. So in the northwestern highland it rises steeply where the deep inlets of the sea, which are known as the fjords or the fords, or they are caused due to the deep valley cut by the work of glaciers. They are known as an estuaries. They have a large number of lakes also, especially in the Finland. Now, second is the North European plain. The North European plain, it is an area of the flat. Its area is flat. It is in the extent from the southern part of United Kingdom and up to the Russia in the east. From the southern part of UK, United Kingdom, to the Russia in the east, about an average height of 300 meters from the sea level. The major part of the North European plain are made up of alluvial deposits. That means it is a very fertile land with which brought the river and the glacier, and most of the rivers in this region are flows, which include the Rhine, rivers like Rhine, Seine, Oder, Ibe, Vistula, and the Russian parts of the main rivers are Don, Volga, Ural, and Dnieper. And some of the prominent plains areas are Hungarian plains, plain of Lombardy, plain of Andalusia in the Spain, and these plains areas are interrupted by the low hills. So that's all for today's session. We will meet once again in our next session. We will continue this lesson with the central upland and alpine system, and we will read about the rivers, lake, and we will read about the study case of Switzerland. So read this lesson very carefully and watch this video also very carefully. Once again we will meet in our next session. Till then, have a nice day and take care of your health.